struggled against is definitely Mordekaiser, Darius, and Timo. Timo, I know that I can kill him, but I can never actually get onto him to all in to kill him.
Yeah.
And Darius, I get too cocky against Darius.
30 seconds until minions spawn.
Well, the main way that you beat Timo is by not autoing him and just spinning.
Yeah, because I need to use the bushes more.
Mm-hmm.
I don't really
Oh, yeah.
I don't use the bushes to lose aggro and stuff like that.
You gotta live in those bushes. Oh, boy. Ah, you didn't steal the first blood. That's a shame.
To be fair, the Jax was all right. If the chat comes up, yeah, you'd be able to see the whole it just flames the whole way through basically. But the Jax was actually all right. He did try and help us, and it's just unlucky the fact of Alex just got smashed off him.
So, do you know the difference between slow pushing, pushing, and freezing?
Yeah, I know it putting them into practice. I know what they are. It's just I never really do it as much as I should. It's like wave management, I don't do it as much as I should. I do struggle with it.
So, how does Darius kill you? Does he, like, quickly poke you, or does he chase you down the lane while getting his bleed stacks?
Chases down the lane and gets his
Right.
bleed stack.
So, if you push the wave, you're screwing yourself. You cannot push into Darius. That's how you lose. You need to always have it pushing to you.
Right.
Same thing with like Teemo or anybody that can just chase you down. So, when you're hitting minions here, this is really bad. And this is why I was saying that Ghost Darius is torture, because if you're right here and he hits Ghost, you're screwed. There's no way you're getting out.
Mm-hmm.
So, what I need to be seeing is just you kind of waiting around, maybe last hitting this, but not touching the minions.
Right.
Another reason, if your opponent is not in the lane, let the minions kill each other so he doesn't get the experience.
Right.
Instead of killing them so then your minions aren't losing health because you're killing all of his.
Yeah.
It's gonna end up under his turret. Oh, okay, no. You didn't push it as hard as I thought you were gonna. Good. Pressing the advantage. Got a little greedy with the ignite. Wait, when did you flash? Hold up. I didn't even notice that.
I think it was the flash to try and get him when he was low, I think. Not sure.
It might just be a spectator glitch. I think that's what it is.
I might have been. I think it was when we tried to catch him when Morgana queued him when we were doing these blue.
Oh, yeah. Okay, that is what it is. Because it's... Yeah, okay. So it was before that. Got it. Okay. So, let's skip toward Darius. Okay. When you see Darius walk up, and you know you're stronger than him because you're level 2, he's level 1. This is completely irrelevant to matchup. Do not walk back. If you're stronger than your opponent, you need to be using the trading stance. Do you know what that is?
Yeah, you stand in between. Like, basically, I need to be in the middle of his creep, so he can't get to my
Right.
creep.
He goes for a minion, he's taking a combo. Now, to clarify, you don't want to go too far up. You don't want to be like here, because then you're in his entire wave. So
Yeah.
you want to be closer to your minion, so like right here, so that way you can get out of aggro easier.
Yeah.
But here, that would have been a QE to the face. Instead, you just kind of back up. And because of that, let's actually slow it down here. You have bone plating up currently. Although I know you weren't thinking about runes, but you do. So, you're almost always going to win if you have bone plating up. If you had gone in right there, you would have done probably half his health and he would have hardly touched you.
Right.
Which you actually ended up doing more than half, but burn the ignite. Up the wave. Not sure what that was all about.
I think it was if you look down, Jax was getting pounded, so I was going to go down and help him.
Let's see.
But he ends up dying, so let's go back up into the wave instead.
Yeah, the problem was the amount of time it took you to realize he was dead.
Yeah, it wasn't until the ping came up. So you want me about map awareness? It's like, if I was watching the map and more aware, I could have reacted and probably maybe have saved him. I got a kill from that.
Or at least when you see an ally has been slain. Surely that would be enough to tell you.
Yeah.
Took you a little bit though. Kinda around. Do you play on lock screen?
No.
Okay. So, I'm gonna get you to watch this trade, and I want you to tell me what you did wrong.
Use the minion knocker.
Yep. You either go for the minion or you go for Darius. You don't do both. Because now you're missing abilities. And he actually could have killed you here.
I think you did that.
Oh, he does. Okay, yeah. See? There we go. It was a little bit slow on it, but... yeah, don't burn your ability like that. Okay. Back up. See items. Okay. Actually... okay. Here, you would have been okay. But, you pushed the wave. Once again, you got caught. Because you had to walk too far up for the minions. If you had just let Darius push, you would have been fine. He also hit level 6, but I think that was after he killed you.
I think he still gets us with a dunk. I think it's... I did not do well in the lane at all. I just keep pushing, that's the problem. I don't let the wave freeze. I know what my problem is, I just keep pushing. It's like I've got an OCD to keep constantly pushing the wave when I know I shouldn't be. kind of like an autopilot.
Blue team has slain the dragon.
To be fair to Jax, he still did try and help us, considering I was 4-3. I would have just left it.
Yeah, he should have. Jack should be completely ignoring topside. Well, yeah. I guess he'd just go mid. Bot lane's lost too. Jax bails you out.
Killing spree. Shut down. Killing spree.
Fair. So, let's see. Why did you give the Jax Herald?
He's got more map pressure, so I thought it'd be better for the jungle to have it rather than me to have it. Because to be honest, I'm getting smashed topside anyway. Can't
So,
get close enough to his turret to use it.
issue is, when Jax takes Herald, he can't ward hop anymore. You know what that is? You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, one of his abilities, his Q, you can
Yeah.
hop to allies or enemies or walls, whatever.
Yep, so when he takes that, he's screwed. He has no escape. At least through wards. Also, what does Rift Herald do, like the buff itself?
Isn't it? You can recall faster.
Yeah. Is Jax gonna be recalling anytime soon?
No,
Nope.
I'll do it straight after that fight.
Exactly. So, you should be looking to benefit off that faster recall. And then run back top.
Right.
And the last thing, this is just solo queue mindset. Don't trust your jungler. At least in silver. He's not going to use it well.
Shut down.
Okay, clearing waves. Okay. Oh. Where'd he herald?
This is why I don't get. I don't know where we used it because I pinged for him to use it at that point, and I don't know where he summoned it.
Man, he must have dropped it like immediately. Okay, he has Herald. Let's watch the mastermind at work. You see why I say don't give your jungler this Herald?
Yeah, I see that now.
Yeah. Don't give your junglers Herald. God, this is awful. So, what's wrong with this Herald?
The wave's not even at the tower.
Yeah. Yep. You know, he's just gonna drop it there. And then if you had the Herald, you could have used it there, top lane.
Yeah.
But it happens. So what would have been important about having it once my mouse moves? Okay. What would have been important about having Herald here at this time?
Take the tower faster.
Right. Well, what's particularly important about this turret?
The platings are up.
Yeah, so plates are ones, you get extra gold. What else?
First tower.
Yeah. Yep. And that's how you win games when you still lose lane by pressuring with Herald top lane and getting the gold, so you make up for your death. Which still get one of the plates, but you could have had more. Probably two. Third as well, of course, which you end up getting anyway. But really inefficient. Okay, whoa. Why are we going bottom?
Got first tower top, and he's already fed. So I thought maybe I'll go bot and give them a hand bot. Try and get that bot tower.
Give them a hand? How you gonna do that?
Help them. I can't farm top because Darius just keeps smashing us.
Yeah, you
What I'm
can.
gonna do
If
is
you quit
keep feeding
pushing, you can.
Darius. That's the issue. Like I said, I can't stop pushing. Wave management is definitely something I know I need to work on.
Yeah. So, another thing, you're just gonna let him have the second turret if you go bottom. Well, Jax does your job, but the primary issue with you going bottom, you're taking experience and gold from your teammates.
Mm-hmm.
So instead of getting them each having half of this wave and then you getting all of this wave, it is now a third for all of you.
Right.
So, I don't know the actual numbers for it, but let's say you have, normally you would be getting 100, and then they would be getting each 50. Now, instead of that, you are all getting roughly 70-ish XP.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's not right. Hold on. I did that math wrong. 33. Coach math, by the way. Okay, so you're getting a third of the XP that you normally would, and then they're getting like half of what they normally would.
Mm-hmm.
So don't do that. You always want to be looking to maximize gold and XP. And then you continue to do it more while taking all of Tristana's gold and XP. If you ever wonder why your bot lane's useless, it's because you took their golden XP. And then I bet you die here.
Yeah.
Yep. So,
I know I shouldn't have run in.
yeah.
I know I shouldn't have. I should have just went back up and round.
Where are we going now? Just kind of standing mid. Again, you're taking XP. A mess. So, where do you think you should be?
Top lane,
Why?
because there's nothing else really happening on the map, so I should be farming.
What's the difference between top and bot in this situation?
The enemies, there's more enemies towards the bottom side than the top side, so it'll be safer to farm top side.
You didn't know that when you went mid.
Only because they were all there, they were going to get that tower, so I thought I'd press for mid to defend it.
Yeah. So, let me see how much vision you actually have. Okay.
There's four mid.
What you have to consider is your teammates' wave clear. Malzahar and Tristana, well, and more, yeah, all three of them have really high wave clear. Why?
Tristana has attack speed, and Morgana has her Q and pool.
Yeah, so her pull is the main thing. Tristana, attack speed, yes, but also her passive, when she kills a minion, it blows up and does more damage.
Yeah.
And then Malzahar has his E, which does the little purpley stuff, kills a minion and bounces to the next one.
Right.
And then he also has his line. So, Malzahar is really, really good at wave clearing, and your teammates, other teammates are also good. So, you don't need to be mid lane. They can clear the wave fine. Because the enemies aren't just going to be able to take the turret without the minion wave.
Right.
So, you should be elsewhere. Now, back to what I was saying. Let's say you don't know where the opponents are. It's completely dark. What's the difference between top and bottom lane? Let's see, let me skip it up a little bit. About right now. What's the difference? What objectives are up?
Rift. Rift or
Yeah.
be Rift at this point, won't it?
What else? Keep in mind, turrets are objectives.
His top side turret, bot side turret, bot side turret. So I should really went bot. Push out bot because the bottom turret's still up. Try and get
Right,
that
so
one.
this one would be easier to push. Yeah, that's the idea. You always want to be pushing the easier side, unless you have teleport and are looking to pressure the opposite side of the major objective. Which you're taking Ignite this game, so that doesn't really apply, but either way, you still want to be going for the safer turret.
Yeah.
Okay. Team fight, get slaughtered. Quality stuff.
Yeah, I think I should come up with the most kills in that game, believe it or not. My team, anyway.
Okay. Pushing out the wave. Resetting out the team. It's all good. And you guys are so far behind, it no longer matters what you do.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. That's probably about as much as I need to see from this. So, I've got some stuff written down, but do you have any questions about what we covered?
What do you think my main weaknesses are?
Auto shoving the wave.
100%.
Auto shoving the wave, and let me look.
Rampage.
That a lot of your mistakes revolve around that, but obviously, as you said before, your map awareness.
Yeah, it's. I don't know how. I know I should be, but when I'm in the game, I just autopilot and I don't like think, if you know what I mean. So I need to find a way to remind us ward.
I have a couple of ways. So the first one, you can look up on Google minimap timer, or 5-second timer, something along those lines. Every 5 seconds it beeps.
Yeah.
Every time it beeps, you look at the minimap. If you want to, you can get it to 3 seconds. Whichever. This is good initially. Probably better for you now. Just to get you into the habit of actually looking consistently.
Yeah.
Eventually, once you've done it enough, 2 issues will come up. One, the timer is very annoying. That's probably pretty obvious.
Yeah.
But also, after a certain point, you're probably going to ignore it. Just because, like, you know, your mind's just heard it so many times, it just forgets to pay attention to it.
Yeah.
But then also, there's the issue of it's consistently looking at the minimap, but it's not necessarily good times to look at the minimap. So an example is like if you're in the middle of a fight, like 1v1 really important, and timer's going off, that might not be the time to go look bot lane.
Yeah.
So eventually, once you've practiced this enough, which this is better as you start out, then you want to progress to where you're playing like a streamer that is educational streamer. So basically, you just kind of talk aloud or just, to yourself, basically in your head. What do I need to be doing right now? So, and that would kind of fix your wave management issue of asking yourself, what do I need to be doing? Do I need to be pushing, freezing, not running it down? And then based off of that, you would change how you play, and you also need to explain why. So, like, for example, if you're thinking you need to freeze, then you need to know that it's because Darius is going to chase you down, or you're worried about jungle pressure, something like that. Which would also help your, as you talked about jungle tracking, we're just thinking about, okay, if let's say the jungler started red, which speaking of which, how do you know if they started red or blue?
Most of the time it's if they're an AD, like a champion that relies on mana or a champion that relies on AD.
Okay. That is an inconsistent way, but you can do that.
Oh no. Which lanes come to lane first?
Yeah, there you go. That's what's looking for.
If I know Darius comes to lane,
Yep.
same time I do. If I've held him, I know he started topside.
Yeah. So he started topside. If you see Darius, so then you know that Kane is going to be at red, or technically Kane can start Raptors, but either way he's going to be this side.
Yeah, he started on the bottom side, and he's going to rotate to topside at around 3 minutes.
Yep. 3.5, 3 minutes, somewhere around there. So that's when you need to be warding. Jungle tracking is not as complicated as I feel a lot of silver gold players tend to make it out to be. Main idea is just general timings of initial ganks, and then just whenever you see them, you need to be warding. Or just playing around. If you see them on the opposite side of the map, you can be a little bit more aggressive. If you haven't seen them recently, you play back. It's not that complicated once you get into practice of it.
Yeah, I was quite lucky this game as he didn't come top once. That game.
Yeah. Okay. So I guess now I can write out the notes. We got this one's mentioned multiple times. Auto push. Same kind of thing. Don't shove level 1 if opponent leashed. / isn't there. Because then you're going to have the minions under their turret and they can farm freely. Then let's see. Trading stance when stronger. Definitely should have been used level 2 / when Darius was level 1.
Yeah.
And then Herald. This is just solo queue, but can't trust him. Oh, another thing. I didn't mention this earlier, but you maxed E first this game. So you don't always max E. Yes, the E is stronger in a full-on fight. It will do more damage.
Yeah.
But do you want a long fight with Darius?
No.
No. So
Max Q first for the poke.
Yeah, so not necessarily poke, but yeah, that's general idea. So generally, yes, you do max E, but max Q if you can't go for long trade. So other examples of this would be Rise, Vayne, just people you're gonna have a hard time just doing your full E on, basically. Now, a weird example of this that you would think would be Q, but it's Teemo because of the blind.
Yeah.
And so you're just looking to max out your E damage. That's the general idea. So those are the main ones that I noticed. As I said, I'll probably upload this to YouTube so you can review some of the other stuff I went through throughout the game. Do you have any questions on those?
No, it's all stuff that kind of makes sense. I mean, don't let jungler have Herald. That's just the solo queue mentality of don't trust your teammates.
Yeah.
That's one reason why I managed to climb, because I stopped relying on my team. Like I wouldn't go in if I knew I couldn't kill them. Auto pushing, like I said, I knew that was an issue. The runes is definitely something that is beneficial, 100%. I know I need to learn that. And the trading stance is something I know I need to learn more as well. So yeah, that all makes sense.
I guess I can write down fixed runes in there. It's just a little reminder.